We're gonna go home in 5 minutes, okay? Is that okay? What do you mean not? Do you want to go home?
Yes.
Okay, so in 5 minutes we'll go home. Okay, let me just do the World Cup vlog. What? Okay, thanks. So let's just do the World Cup updates for December 3rd, 2022. I know I split it up. So I already did Thursday morning in my Thursday evening vlog. Or actually Thursday morning vlog. I talked about the Thursday morning matches. So Thursday afternoon or Thursday evening if you were in Europe or Qatar. Or is that Middle East, East Africa, West Asia, whatever you want to call the region. Qatar is actually a little horn, little blip attached to Saudi Arabia. It's like, okay, we have this little blip. Saudi Arabia's like, we don't care about that. Qatar, you can form your own kingdom. Versus Yemen and Oman have a little rough relations with Saudi Arabia to the south. So, rough, like the largest humanitarian crisis in the last 10 years is going on in Yemen. But that's because Saudi Arabia hates the Yemeni rebels and the government, but that's another issue. And of course, Britain and NATO and the US backed Saudi Arabia because they're a huge country. They have the richest family. The Saudi royal family is worth $1.4 trillion. So, trillion with a T. With a T. Hope you got that if you don't speak English as your native language. So, the afternoon or evening matches on Thursday. The third to last knockout stage. I mean group stage. Group stage because it's 4. I'm doing 3 sets of 4 now. So, they play the last 2 games simultaneously. It's just the 4K. It doesn't correct fast enough. It's usually 1 or 2 coyotes, so they just run off. They're not going to challenge this many dogs. If you had more coyotes and a smaller group of dogs, you might get challenged. Like that toddler in Woodland Hills. That was chewed up and scratched up by the coyote. Had to get a rabies shot and a tetanus shot. And they're like, we need to get rid of this coyote. Okay, get rid of that coyote. Because obviously it likes toddlers. And it has a threat. Pee for real? Okay, can you go to the bathroom by yourself?
No.
You can't? Okay, go to the bathroom. This bathroom over here?
I don't want to go in.
Yeah, I'll walk with you to the bathroom.
No, I don't want to go.
So where are you gonna go pee?
I want to go in our house.
Okay, so we'll go home and then we'll go pee at our house.
Yeah.
But you're gonna fall asleep before, right?
Oh, I never do that.
You always fall asleep in the car on the way home.
Yes, you always. No, I don't.
And Leodora's gonna fall asleep in the car too.
No, not.
I think you are.
Daddy, I
You're tired.
wake up when I'm on the toilet.
Okay, you wake up. So you go to the bathroom when you're sleeping, then you wake up. Okay. So Germany played Costa Rica, and because Germany lost the first match to Japan, they had to win to go through, and they needed a draw or loss by Japan against Spain. So Germany was playing Costa Rica. Costa Rica had a win. Costa Rica needed to win to go through. So, start with the first half. Germany took a 1-0 lead in the first half, and Spain took a 1-0 lead. So Spain and Germany are expected to defeat their weaker opponents. But then, in the second half, 2 early goals by Japan put them up 2-1. The second goal, VAR confirmed that it was not out. one angle shown on TV showed that there was space between the line and the ball, signaling it should have been out at the goal line. And the pass came from the Japanese player to the center, right in front of the goal, and the Japanese attacker knocked it in. But the overhead VAR that wasn't shown on TV, you could see it online on Twitter, showed that there was no distance, there was no space between the chalk and the ball. There was no grass in between. So the goal stood. If the referee would have ruled it out, then VAR couldn't have reversed the call. But because the ruling on the field was in, VAR confirmed that ruling. So VAR is just a safety net, basically, to say, is this ruling correct or not? But if it was ruled out, then VAR would have confirmed that, because it had two angles, one that showed in and one that showed out. The overhead and the one from the field. So Japan took a 2-1 lead over Spain early, in like the 53rd minute or something of the second half. So they just had to hold that score 2-1. And Spain, because of their 7-0 defeat against Costa Rica, they had going into this match, and they drew with Germany 1-1, and Germany lost to Japan 2-1 in the first match. They had an 8-goal differential. So as it stood, Germany had to beat Costa Rica by 7 goals if Spain lost by 1 goal to Japan. So it was basically impossible, even though Spain did beat Costa Rica by 7 goals. That was like a one-off where you get mentally beaten down. If you ever played any sort of sport, you know how you go on like a crazy streak of scoring. Oh no, you've been tarred. Like on Home Alone 3 that no one saw because Macaulay Culkin retired because he was done with acting. Macaulay Culkin was in like 10 movies by the time he was 14. Greatest child actor of our generation. Second, Elijah Wood. You might say it's people like Shirley Temple for the old people, okay, but my top two are Macaulay Culkin and Elijah Wood. Love all their movies, even though they're like kind of scary. Like The Good Son. Talk about a weird movie. You should watch The Good Son with Macaulay Culkin if you liked Home Alone. And you like Elijah Wood. You remember when he was shilling out NFTs, the Bored Ape, and he shilled, or he anti-shilled, what was it, where they had the Nazi hats, and the creator Tulsi from Hustler had racist cartoons in the 70s, and even back like 15 years, he was kind of racist or anti-politically correct. What? Oh no, you're stuck in tar again. Oh, you're gonna save her?
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice axe. Now you have me.
So I was talking about Elijah Wood. Oh, Tulsi showing that NFT. I forgot what it was. I had 2 of them. Oh my goodness. They're probably 0. 90% of my NFTs went down 90%. Oh no. From 7-figure NFT man to low 6. That's the way of the world. It's a big tax write-off. I'm happy about that. Write off my other millions, and no I can't, because I didn't make other millions. But the myth of the tax write-off. Tax write-offs are only good if you're wealthy. Okay, if you're not wealthy, you don't need tax write-offs unless they're part of your ordinary business. But in terms of investments, when you write off heavy losses, it's usually never good unless it's a one-off year in a string of good years. So how do I get that tangent going? Oh yeah, I was talking about sports. Anyway. Oh yeah, the tar, the Home Alone 3. Okay. So then we go back to the Costa Rica match, and Costa Rica goes up 2-1. And like they get a goal in the 58th minute to make it 1-1. And then in the 70th minute, they go up 2-1. And we're like, wait, is Costa Rica going to win? At halftime, if you would have bet on Costa Rica, I bet $100 to win $9,100. I keep thinking that stump is a coyote, and it never is. So I'm like 2-1. Oh crap, they're gonna win. But I wanted to hedge, and I had $1,500 left on my account. So I bet on Germany to win 3,000. They were 2-1 at that point. Bet 1,500, get 3,000 back because they had to score 2 goals, and they hadn't scored any goals by the 70th minute. I mean, they'd only score 1 goal. Oh no, you're stuck in tar. So I wanted to hedge more. I wanted to hedge another 3,000 on Germany, but I couldn't get my deposit in time. By the 73rd minute, Germany had equalized 2-2. And then Germany, again, oh, come on. Germany had to win 9-2 to move on over Spain because they would have been tied in goal differential, and they would have went to the third tiebreaker, which is goal scored. That's a coyote frenzy. All the coyotes are getting together saying, roar, 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 where's the food? Let's go, let's party, let's have a mating ritual, let's have an orgy, let's do whatever the hell we're gonna, because we're freaking coyotes. It's Saturday night, we want to party. That's what the coyotes are saying. They're celebrating. I think that's a husky up there, not a coyote. At the top of the hill, if he's still alive. I don't know if that big white husky is still alive. So, Germany scored 2 goals only, and they won 4-2. I was able to win like $3,000 on that match. I didn't win my $9,100, and I had an earlier bet to win $7,000 if Costa Rica won before the match, $250 to win $7,000. So instead of winning $16,000, I won $3,000, disappointing, and then I gave it back into Friday's morning match. So Germany was out, such sadness in their eyes. Moeller, I can't do the German. Barack, I'm right here, buddy. I'm right here. Listen to my voice. Barry, come on. Listen to my voice. Right here. Barry. There you go. Come on. Hey, buddy. Hi.
Hey, you want to
Okay, we're going home in 5 minutes. I'm just talking about this match. So, into Friday morning's match, I thought Ghana was going to win versus Uruguay. Spoiler alert, Uruguay won 2-0. So into the other match, Poland versus South Korea. Sorry, not Poland. Portugal. But the Port token that dumped so hard. Portugal versus... you guys ready to go? Okay, let's work our way to the car. We're going to work our way to the car. Do you remember where we parked? Do you guys remember where we parked? Okay. No. Where did we park? We do? Let's go this way. Let's walk around this way. See if anyone's playing pickleball, which they aren't, but yeah. Oh yeah, we gotta get our shoes first. Do you remember where you put them? Okay. So in that game, I don't remember how so Portugal took a 1-0 halftime lead, just like the Thursday afternoon match or Thursday evening matches. The better team took a 1-0 lead. Over there? Okay. And then South Korea scored an early second half goal to make it 1-1. Then, like in the 70th minute or so, they went ahead 2-1. And South Korea eliminated Uruguay because Uruguay had tied South Korea 0-0. So South Korea had 1 point for the draw and 3 points for the win. And because they lost 2-0
Hold my shoes. Because the
versus
weather.
Portugal, that was the goal differential. And South Korea went through. Or on goals scored, they went through. Wait, that would put them at 0, Uruguay. And the loss and then the draw. Oh, here's your shoes. You didn't wear socks today? Hey, can you put them on yourself?
I was so muddy. I don't
So Uruguay was even on differentials, and South Korea
On South Carolina, everybody's been throwing pine cones.
had lost to Uruguay. No, South Korea was lost to Ghana 2-3. So their goal differential was 0 as well. But because they had 2 goals scored in that match, their total goals scored was 3. It was 0-0 and 2-1. I think that's how it was. So 3 versus 2 for Uruguay. So they went through on goals. No, 4 because they beat Portugal 2-1. So they went through, even though Uruguay and South Korea both had 4 points to finish second to Portugal 6. South Korea had 4 goals scored versus Uruguay's 2. So South Korea went on, and Japan beat Spain to move on and knock out Germany. So crazy. So we had Uruguay, one of the favorites to make the round of 16, going home, and Germany, another favorite to make the round of 16, going home, and South Korea and Japan and Australia from the previous day going on. Insane. We'll see these teams in the round of 16. And then in the afternoon or evening match on Friday, the last stage group of 4 matches, we had Cameroon facing Brazil. And can you get your shoes on? You guys just want to walk? Grab your shoes or walk to the car. Grab your shoes, let's go. Where's Bonnie? Come on, Bonnie. Come on, girl. So, Cameroon versus Brazil was a huge favorite. I think it was like 12 to 1 for Cameroon. Bet $100, get $1,200 back or $1,100 back. Plus your $100. I say back, but I mean in addition to your $100. So a lot of people were taking Brazil by 2. People who lost on Ghana. So you're thinking Ghana could upset Uruguay because they beat South Korea, but South Korea was a weaker team than Uruguay going in. And in the other match, we had Switzerland versus Serbia. So Serbia had to win to go through, and Switzerland just needed a draw to go through, I think. So I'll talk about the Switzerland-Serbia match because there's more to talk about in Brazil-Cameroon. Spoiler alerts to come. So Serbia took a 1-0 lead, and then Switzerland took a 1-0 lead, and then that was the time to bet on Serbia to come back. I mean, it's all random, it's all luck. So So Switzerland took the 1-0 lead, then you do live betting on Serbia if you think that's going to play out. Serbia goes ahead 2-1 at the half. And then at the half, you can bet on Switzerland to come back, and Switzerland ended up scoring 2 goals in the second half to win 3-2. So at that point, I think, did Switzerland beat Cameroon? I don't remember, but I think they might have drawn with Cameroon, and Serbia must have drew with Cameroon. So Cameroon was already out at that point. They were just playing for pride, for national recognition. For you could play hero if you beat Brazil. So again, Brazil was heavy favorites. So many shots. I think they had like 22 shots overall. And the first half went by and they didn't score. The Cameroon goalie was amazing. Go watch that match again. And then
we skipped our call.
yeah. And then in extra time, in the 92nd minute or added time. Oh yeah. Our car's over here. Bonnie, where are you, baby? Bonnie, come on. Come on, guys. Okay. So, wow, this is another long vlog. So in the 92nd minute or 93rd minute, added time, Cameroon with an amazing cross headed it in, and Cameroon takes a 1-0 lead. Oh, this way, Ashira. The car's over there. I see the car. I see the car with my own eyes. So right over there. So, and 2 strikes. Brazil had like 3 more shots or attempts and 2 more shots on goal, and they missed them. So Cameroon went 1-0 since the attacker, I forgot his name. I'm sorry, I didn't look it up. So the guy took off his shirt and he got a yellow card. And because he got a yellow card earlier in the match, because Cameroon had so many yellows, the yellow becomes a red, and he's thrown out. And then he shook the referee's hand. I forgot the referee's name. I'm sorry. And he was sent off. So they had to play the last 7 minutes of added time. Hey Bonnie, there she is. With yeah. Come on, Bonnie. There's no, is it right there? Is that her? But it's not focused. Come on, Bonnie. So, with 10 men in the last 7 minutes, they survived. That's probably why Brazil had those 2 shots on goal, even though Brazil is Brazil. And Brazil has amazing handlers. They just got tired. Amazing ball handlers. But they were tired. So like animal handlers. Usually a handler is someone who trains an animal and takes care of it. Anyway. So, Cameroon, even though they defeated the mighty Brazil, Brazil's first loss in 41 international matches, or 41 group stage matches of the World Cup, one or the other. So Cameroon, even though they were eliminated, they still had that victory. That dude's a hero. Both of them? Just one? Okay. So that's that. So Brazil and Switzerland are going through round of 16. The first day, the first 2 matches out of 8 already happened. I'll talk about them in tomorrow's vlog since I already talked about so much here. And that's that. Whoa, double vlog.